with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you. Okay, so as the mayor of the Village of Suffern, I have called a special meeting of the Village Board of Trustees for the Village of Suffern, and shall convene today, Friday, December 13th, at 7 p.m. in Village Hall. The purpose of this meeting is to discuss the mayor's appointment, the village attorney, and assistant village attorney. I originally scheduled the meeting for Thursday, December 12th, 2019, at 7 p.m., that is yesterday, but was postponed at the request of board trustees. I also noticed this special meeting, and it was provided to all of the village trustees. I am present, along with Deputy Mayor Steve Alpert, who did receive the special notice. I also had the notice posted. Notice a special meeting called for by the Mayor of the Village of Suffern, Ed Markunas, Mayor of the Village of Suffern, Rockland County, New York, does hereby call a special meeting of the Village Board of Trustees of the Village of Suffern, which shall convene on Friday, December 13th, 2019, at 7 p.m. in Village Hall, 61 Washington Avenue, Suffern, New York. For the purpose of this meeting is to discuss the mayor's appointment of village attorney and assistant village attorney. These notices were posted and hand-delivered and distributed via email to each trustee. So as long as we do not have a quorum here, the special meeting may not be convened. We need at least 3 members of the board to convene a meeting.
Swear me in.
Swear you in. So at this time, I, as the mayor of the Village of Suffern, am announcing to appoint Ralph C. DeMarco, effective January 1, 2020, to the office of village attorney for a term to expire at noon on December 7, 2020. And also, as the mayor of the Village of Suffern, I am also announcing the appointment of Lance H. Klein, effective January 1, 2020, to the office of assistant village attorney for a term to expire at noon on December 7, 2020. I'm just making that clear, making that general statement.
Can you do this in the absence of a quorum?
I'm making just a general statement.
Okay.
So that's all it is right now. I would have sought the entire village board to confirm these appointments had the special meeting been confirmed at the same time. So the purpose
I'm
of
just
this...
trying to understand what just happened.
Yeah, so the purpose of the meeting,
Yeah.
like in the notice that I read,
Yes.
and that's what I followed, so that was the reasoning for the meeting,
Yes.
which didn't happen.
Understood.
So, realistically, that's it. We didn't open or close a meeting. There was nothing to convene. We couldn't go into an executive session. We don't have a quorum. We couldn't take a vote.
Right.
But those were the intentions, and I felt that the public needed to know that since we noticed the meeting appropriately.
Excuse me, you said you called everyone and emailed them and did everything else and you're the only one showed up?
Yes.
Is there something going on?
Is there something going on?
Yeah. Is that a dumb question? I mean, if I get a notice and I'm a trustee, I would think that I'd at least, were you notified to say I can't make it, or I'm stuck in the city, or?
Some indicated that they were not available. Some didn't indicate if they were or were not available. I believe there was something going on.
Something smells. Oh, okay, I just wanted to make sure,
Mm-hmm.
I was aware that something smells.
So I was hoping that the entire village board would show up.
I have to call you Donald now. That's what they're doing to you. But I won't, Ed. Promise.
Thank you. We need to resolve this situation. It's an urgent matter. I don't know if the board realizes the urgency and the timeliness that is needed to correct this
Now, this is
situation.
regarding a attorney, you said, right? An assistant attorney?
Correct.
Now, I was at the last meeting and Mr. Curley, who was very much outspoken, brought up something regarding the legality. Is there any truth to that, or was he just...
Well, I'm not going to speak for
Okay.
anyone else
Okay,
other than other than myself and the legalities
I mean, is that part, I guess the reason I'm asking, does the rest of this board feel that there's some validity there, and that's why they're just...
I won't
Okay.
speak for the rest of the board.
I know, I realize that.
I wish they were here and they may have been able to answer the questions. When I did try to ask questions of the board at that meeting, they were unresponsive. I did not receive answers to my questions. And they were very concerning. And
You know what
as
it
the
feels like
mayor,
on this side sometimes.
well, that's that, the question should be answered for the residents.
Agreed.
Not alone the mayor and the board, but the residents need to know what transpired, how it transpired, and who acted on behalf of the village. I don't know. The mayor doesn't know. And when I asked the questions, I received no answers.
You can't
You
prove it.
were at the meeting on Monday, though, yes? It sounds
Yeah,
like you were.
the last one here, yeah.
Yes, it sounds like you were here. So, in theory, either live or you maybe even rewatched it on YouTube.
No, I didn't, I was just,
Okay, but you were here. There was definitely some contention. We'll just
well, there's
call
no
it
question about it,
that,
which is okay.
and
See, you know what I feel like as a resident? I feel like there's a pissing contest, pardon the expression, excuse me, ma'am, on this board. That's what it feels like from my end. And it looks like no one's gonna cooperate to get anything done. That's why I used that remark before, and I didn't mean it in a negative way. And that's what it feels like for me. Now, I don't know how other people feel, there's nobody else here, these other people. But, I feel like I'm starting to lose faith. I like Mr. Markunas. I like him because he's a street guy as far as I'm concerned, and that's the kind of people I like. I don't mean to disrespect anybody else, but I think when he says something, he means it. And that's it. Unless he's proved me wrong so far, that's what I buy into. I'm not so sure about what's going on now. I'm really not. And does your email work?
my email?
Yeah, because I emailed you, but I didn't get anything. Maybe you didn't get it. I'm not so good at it, so maybe you didn't get it. So I'm not going to
I'm
accuse you of
very good
anything.
about email.
No, me, I said, maybe I'm not so good at delivery.
My apologies to you.
That's all, maybe it was my fault, there's nothing to
I'll double
apologize.
check, it's possible.
No, it's unimportant, it's history, I was just curious.
How long ago was this?
The end of November.
The end of
It's
November.
funny, I just deleted everything, the 26th
What-
to be
I apologize,
exact.
well, I don't know your name.
Don't worry about it, it's not a big deal, I was just
I'll
curious.
double check that I didn't miss it
It's
somehow.
not, believe me, it's not important. I only brought it up because my daughter who helped me said, well, it went there. So I don't know, this is what I got.
Okay. And you hit all
Because
the
I made my
trustees?
share, I made my share of mistakes. Like I said, I'm not very,
Did you email each of the trustees, just me?
you and, who's the other gentleman?
Paul Girard?
Yeah,
Okay.
right, you're Steve, right?
I'm Steve.
Oh, you don't mind, I call you Steve. Okay, no, I'm just saying. Yeah,
I'm-
Steve
I'm-
and
I'm-
I CC, don't worry.
It's possible that I missed it, it's not impossible.
I was
Right,
just
well,
curious
Do
about
you
when
want
I
to give
brought
him,
up at the
do you want
last
to give
meeting.
him your email address so he knows who he's getting it from?
No,
Okay.
no, I'm only kidding.
Okay, that makes it a lot
I don't
easier.
give a damn.
I'm gonna double check, so you're saying the end of November, I'm gonna scroll back.
I don't
That's
think-
what
I don't think he knows your name, so.
But I'll see if, because I'll see if
Good,
there's
keep
anything
it
that I don't
there.
recognize. I'm usually very good at it, and it's not impossible.
Like I said, maybe you didn't get this, don't make yourself nuts over it. If it was a life and death thing, I would be pissing and moaning, but it's not. It was just a question I had that I had asked at the previous meeting last time, and I didn't get a complete answer, because maybe I can't get an answer, which I don't know why, regarding Novaris and what's going on there. Because
Very similar to me at the board meeting last couple of weeks ago. Not able to get an answer.
Yeah, why not? That's what I'm saying. Because I'll be very honest with you, I'm sitting here, I've been here since 1971, I've lived here. My business is 1970, which I retired in 2003. It was in Muncie. I know what's going on, okay? And I'm curious now, I don't know whether Suffern can be saved, to be quite honest with you. And I'm relying on you and people like you to say why we're all here, and that's what my email was. Just to explain why we all broke our ass, forcing that stupid bridge, coming to Rockland County for a better life, to find out that in 25 or 30 years, it's not gonna be so.
What's not gonna be?
The lifestyle that we chose.
Oh, yeah.
And if you don't believe me, take a ride. I said I offered him, take a ride down 306. Take a ride down there, take a look at everything. So it can happen here. They didn't think it happened there. I was there before 306 was anything like that.
I think,
I don't have any.
No,
You
fine,
guys-
don't worry about it.
I've checked
Steve,
every
don't
email.
sweat it. It's
Okay,
not
I'm
worth
very
it.
concerned when somebody
Don't be
sends an email.
concerned. If you get anybody else, don't worry about
you
mine.
could follow up with him, and, you know, like, let's just finish
I
our
said what I had to
discussion.
say, that's all.
Yeah.
Maybe this isn't
I'm
the
very,
place.
I'm very good about responding.
I know you are. Don't worry about it. Like I said, don't make
So,
yourself
not get
nuts.
an email from them. I don't have any emails, I don't recognize the
Do
sender.
me a favor, don't make yourself nuts. It ain't worth it.
So just to make, you know, we do have village residents here. This was a 4-page document that was sent to each trustee, indicating the reason why the special meeting was being convened, along with the notice and other supporting documentation. And they are not here.
So where does it go from here?
Well,
If they just don't show, it just don't happen, is that how it works?
either we're gonna have to schedule another meeting, or we're gonna have to communicate, once again, we need to resolve these issues at hand in an expeditious manner.
Well, I agree with you, but it doesn't seem like it's happening.
Right, and that's why we have legal counsel here tonight, and I will be following up with him and discussing this after the fact,
Let's look.
yeah. As I said, this is not a public, this is not a convened meeting, this is just an open discussion right now.
Okay.
And I don't know if anybody, any other questions or concerns? No? Well, thank you very much, thank you for coming.